Are any shapes automatically polar? Well, essentially, the bent shape, the triangle pyramid shape, the seesaw shape, the T shape, and the square base pyramid shape are all polar unless all the atoms have the same electronegativity. So if your central atom and the outer atoms all have the same electronegativity, then there's not going to be any difference in electronegativity. So you're not going to have partial negative and partial positive charges, in which case it's nonpolar. That's quite a rarity for that to occur, and it's something that I'm not going to expect you to be thinking about when you're making predictions. So you make predictions based off them having different electronegativities. That's going to lead you to the shape that they're after. One last thing. Dealing with complicated molecules. So this is the Lewis dot structure for acetone. It's a complicated molecule. There's more than one. There's not just one center that you could look at. So the way you deal with complicated molecules is draw these by parts. So if you look at the center of this, and we draw that part, well, there's the Lewis dot structure for just that center area. And those bonds, those bonds go on to those carbons. But looking at just that part, that has 3 electron domains. So that part would have this little Y-shaped. Okay, part 2 is this sort of side, based off of that carbon atom. Well, it's 4 electron domains, so that part's a little tetrahedral. And the dash at the side is where it will be connecting to this one. Part 3 is over here. It's another spot where you've got 4 electron domains around that carbon, so that's also a little tetrahedral shape. You join those parts together, and you have this. You've got this part that's Y-shaped, and you have these 2 tetrahedrals. You put the partial negatives and partial positives on it. You can see the oxygen way up here at the top is a little bit negative. All these little hydrogens around the bottom are going to be a little bit positive, which makes acetone, this complicated molecule, a polar molecule. I hope at this point that you should be able to determine whether molecules are polar or nonpolar. I'm glad that you spent some time watching Late Night Chemistry with Mr. Harden. Until next time.